The Volvo C30, an homage to their legendary P1800 ES wagon. Let's see how it's come forward many decades as we drive this 2013 R-Design with the high-performance Polestar package. And check the tech. Okay, here's the defining feature of a C30. It's got this all-glass liftgate hatchback that is very much like that P1800 ES I mentioned. You also can tell by this little badge and one on the dash, we have the Polestar edition, and it's also an R-Design. That means it kind of has the badass wheels and bodywork and trim. Okay, first things first, if you're around 6'2" or certainly any taller, you can just go click out and look at some other video. You are never going to buy this car. It's cramped inside. I'm 6'2", and I can't begin to get enough legroom. The seat doesn't go back any further, nor does it go down any lower. It's kind of undrivable, to be honest. My knees are at 90 degrees or more when I'm driving. Now for the little guys, here's what we have in the cabin. Volvo's got this very Spartan design, which I normally like, but when they execute it at a lower price point like this, it starts to look a little cheap. Huge expanses of featureless molded plastic over here, and it just isn't quite rich. Now let's get to substantial issues. This is the head unit. You will not get an LCD infotainment unit in a C30. This used to be kind of cutesy, retro, Spartan, lean, sort of, not anymore. Now it just annoys me. It doesn't show me enough in the right way. Which isn't to say we don't have a GPS nav map screen, but where is it? Well, if I pull out this wireless remote and aim it at this little bump sticking up on the dash, peeky-boo, here comes our little friend. We've seen this before on Volvos. A few years ago, it was kind of a decent bridge technology. Now I just hate it. It's very slow because it's DVD-based. The resolution is not great. As you can see, you can really pick out the lines in the LCD panel. You operate it either through the wireless remote that I just used to pop it up, which I find to be very odd while I'm driving, or you've got this little controller behind the wheel which has a little jog stick and a back and an enter button. Now, in terms of media sources, we do much better. You've got basically all the modern inputs that you want on this vehicle. AM and FM and HD radio enabled on those. Satellite radio is an option. Under the mode here, you've got your other stuff. Single slot CD up there, standard aux, USB works for thumb drives and iPod, and as you can see, we've also got Bluetooth streaming on this guy, also standard with hands-free calling. A few other cabin ergonomic things on the Volvo are strange. This is the key. This sharp, weird little thing sticking out, you don't need to use because there's a puck you can put in here and it wirelessly authorizes from the key fob. So why doesn't that thing ever retract? This is a little Volvo thing back here, the storage hidden behind the control panel. It's kind of a signature, but it's not a signature I like because I don't like putting things where I can never see them again. That doesn't really work for me, nor does this upholstery. Just a matter of taste, but this kind of cream color with a hint of seafoam green makes me feel seafoam green. Luckily, it's optional. You can just go to black on black as well. Now, the engine in our C30 R-Design Polestar is a 2.5-liter side saddle inline 5. In fact, every C30 has the same basic engine. What happens is you get 227 horse and 236 foot-pounds of torque. Add the Polestar software, and the horsepower goes to 250 and the torque to 273. That's a big jump. It's turbo no matter what. So the Polestar edition is merely software changes. Car weighs about 3,200 pounds, relatively light for a vehicle these days. Delivers 2129 mpg. Not stellar, especially since the car prints fairly small and doesn't weigh a whole lot. 0 to 60 on a Polestar edition is around 5.9. If you didn't have this hot rod version, you'd put on about 2/3 of a second more. Not night and day. Now, the first thing you got to remember about this car, because it's got that sort of weird add-on nav and no real LCD, I do not have a backup camera here, and it's not too much of an issue because of that big glass back panel, but in terms of quarters, you can't really see much. Now, what this vehicle also has, they say, is the city safe technology, which means if you're about to run into a car in front of you, up to 31 miles per hour, your speed, this vehicle will apply the brakes all the way to a full stop. Now to the performance. It's a nice handling little car because it's got a sport suspension. That's part of R-Spec, or R-Design. It's also got the Polestar package, which really brings on a lot of creamy, ready torque. It's a fun little motor to rev, very little turbo lag in this guy, and yet the ride quality remains quite nice. It's not excessively harsh, even over crappy pavement like I'm driving on right now. And overall, it's a nice handling car. It's got a light yet planted feel. Doesn't feel terribly heavy, doesn't feel like it's flimsy. It's a pleasant car to drive if I could just get comfortable, but I can't because this thing is so... Okay, so let's presume you're under 6 feet tall and you want to buy a C30. Here's how it prices out. About $26,400 is your base for this guy. Add the R-Design package for this cool look, and you're adding $23,500 there. Now, the Polestar update is $1,300, and all it is, as far as I can tell, is just different engine software. That's a lot of money for rearranging the ones and zeros in the engine computer differently, but take it or leave it. It adds a lot of power and torque, and I did enjoy the way power comes on in this car. So if this car is right for you, it's about 34 grand CNET style. Right for you is the key. You'd buy it because it has a unique look, because you like Volvo, because you like their city-safe technology, and because you're not terribly tall or need to carry an awful lot of stuff in this vehicle. It's a real city car. It's got a distinct flavor.